Hi everyone. How are you all doing today? Good? I'm feeling good today. It's nice and sunny out here. I don't quite understand what people mean when they think that religion is all about control. I get that when you first open the Bible or hear the preaching of the word of the Lord, it feels as though it's preaching to you from a be good for goodness sake and do the right thing standpoint. But in all honesty, wouldn't you want to do the right thing? Wouldn't you want to be good for goodness sake? Do you doubt that there is a God? Well, of course there is. You could see it in the blossoming of trees and flowers. You can see it within the Fibonacci sequence that exists throughout all of nature. God made birds and bees and flowers and trees and cows. And he didn't just do it for no reason. This world doesn't exist out of randomness. God created these things for us because he loves us. God provided us enough cows to have milk, enough vegetables to make salads, and enough grains to make pasta. He did it all for you and me. I don't understand why people carry so much importance on the denomination of Christianity which they were raised upon. I don't understand why people think the type of Christianity you belong to is so important. If you were raised as a Catholic, you'll have a Catholic imprint. If you were an Orthodox, you'll have an Orthodox imprint. If you were a Baptist, you'll have a Baptist imprint. And so on and so forth. When people ask me what denomination I'm from, I just say I don't really identify with any denomination. It's just something I believe in on a personal level. And then I tell them what type of church I go to. But to me, the most important thing is not which type of church you go to. It's whether or not you love the Lord and whether or not you're doing everything you can to prove your love to the Lord. I don't understand why people think religion is about control. What are they trying to limit your behaviors? What are they trying to prevent you from something? Prevent you from what? Violence? Theft? Lying? Sex? Magic with a K? And the such like? Well, I don't understand why you'd want to do any of those things in the first place. The Bible is there for you to interpret, and everyone will have a different interpretation of the word of the Lord, and that's why there's so much sparring and verbal dispute amongst the Christian community. I don't think people really understand exactly how free the world leaders are. Would you like to go on a trip to Florida today? Sounds nice, doesn't it? How about Mexico? How about Australia? What about New Zealand? What about Florida, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and New Mexico all in one day? Well, that's exactly the types of things that they're doing. If it were up to me, we'd all be paid to live freely, and they'd be the ones doing the work for a change. Well, even that sounds a little bit unfair. Even that sounds a little bit like you're seeking revenge or something, doesn't it? If it were up to me, we wouldn't be working because we would have to. We wouldn't be working because we have to. We'd be working because we love to. There should be scientists, teachers, horticulturalists, there should be artists, and there should be transportation workers and people who work at the post office to deliver us goods and services. But beyond that, what are we doing in this life? You know, working at GameStop? Absolutely heartbreaking. People sometimes think there is no God because of all the suffering that exists in this world. But this isn't God's world. God created a duality, a good and an evil. And this is the devil's world. And believe me, it would be better for you to put your trust in the Lord than to find out the hard way what happens to you after death if you don't. That's all I have to say for today. Have a good night. And say the rest yourself. Love you.